What's the dumbest idea you had as a child? I once tried to build my own trampoline. Placed 4 chairs a good distance apart, spread a bed sheet across them, and put something heavy to hold down the sheet. Now, a smart person would test this, make sure it's going to hold my weight or actually work like a trampoline. I did not take any such precautions, and took a dive face first from the back of the couch, and that's how I got the scar on my forehead. I did get a real trampoline when I was older though, never even got hurt on it. Nice one. I decided after a day skating on ice to put on woolen socks and skate some more on the tiles in the living room. Slipped. Hit the cast iron stove. Blood was bled. Mum was woken. I was visited. Stitches were stitched. Child services were not called, but I think it was close. Damn, I was pretty stupid as a kid. Haha, I just about got CPS involved one time too. Me and my dad were resting as fathers and sons do, and he did something that broke my finger. It was an accident. Really, I was old enough to play rough and sometimes accidents happen. So the nurse at the hospital asks me what happened. Oh, me and my dad were fighting. I said yeah, we fight all the time. He was really beating me up. Of course the nurse got the wrong idea. Took a lot of explaining that this was playing. Mom always said if we had neighbors they'd call the police on us. I remember reading the Boxcar Children and I was convinced that anyone who was like 13 years old was basically an adult, and could survive by themselves. My parents were constantly finding the hoard of canned food and camping supplies that I was trying to squirrel away in order to just fuck off and try to live in the woods. The moon and sun loved me because they would always follow me around. This is true, my dear. You can have this one. What about me? What do I get? Suicidal thoughts. Hey, I already have one of those. I formed a detective agency with my friends and would scour the local newspaper for cases to solve. Got really excited when I read that there were people down the street whose son just died suddenly. Was just leaving the house to go interview the dead kid's parents when thankfully my mom found out and stopped us. And thanks to your mom, that kid's parents got away with murder. Meddling kids. She was definitely in on it. I tried to roast marshmallows on steam from the dishwasher. Steamed marshmallows. I dug a hole in the backyard thinking I could build an underground house. My mum ended up falling into it when she went to hang some shirts on the laundry line. Luckily she didn't get hurt. I did this, ended up like 4 feet deep. I couldn't get out of it. Dad was not happy when he got home. I was making a Wolf den da. That the world was stupid for thinking 6-8 hours sleep was necessary. For about 1 academic year, I stayed up till about 3 AM playing games or watching films or even doing last-minute homework and woke up at 6 for school. I was falling asleep in the afternoon lessons every day, but I got back home and perked up again. Most of that year is a blur. I think it also coincided with when I stopped growing taller. Bungee jumping from the tree out front of my house, with a rope tied around my waist. Dad found me asleep hanging from the tree an hour later. Dad found me asleep near death hanging from the tree an hour later. This one is probably more true than the other one.